Hello, Hilton Sabangan representing Team Physio Fit, and I'm here to answer a very common question that I receive from a lot of my clients, a lot of my starting clients, and just a lot of people from just contact me through various social medias that I'm a part of. And it's how should I start to lose weight? How should people are kind of got into a hole, whatever, so they're kind of lost, and obviously losing weight it can be something it may look like a huge wall to tackle, but hopefully some of these suggestions may help kind of ease the pain and make it a little easier to get started. So the first thing I always suggest is it has really nothing to do with the actual process in its own self of losing weight, but it's really trying to identify what the problem is, and what I mean by that is, what is your diet like? What are your daily habits like? What's a typical day of eating like for you? My whole philosophy, my whole idea is, if you want to get to a specific somewhere, you have to figure out what's preventing you from getting there in the first place, right? And by being able to identify those specific issues, it'll allow you to formulate a plan to be able to get there in a very efficient way, which is what Team Physio Fit's all about. We're all about hacking. We're all about optimization. We're all about creating systems to be able to get you to your goal in the safest, most efficient way possible. Number 2 recommendation that I like to always provide for my clients, we kind of touched on it with recommendation 1, but it's basically have goals. So when it comes to goal setting, there are 2 types of goals that you should have. You should have that long-term goal, and you should have that short-term goal. And really, the long-term goal at the end of the day is obviously to lose weight. Now, whatever specifics there are behind that long-term goal, if you're trying to lose a certain amount of body fat, it's the quantifiable specifics. That's whatever your personal goals are. Obviously, whatever your personal wants and needs are. But that's definitely something that you want to optimize into your long-term goal. But the important aspect is the short-term goals. Now, when it comes to the short-term goals, it's very vital to have these, because it'll keep you on track, and it'll keep you motivated to continue towards that path of the long-term goal. So when it comes to short-term goals, it's really it's making sure to have realistic short-term goals that will allow you, like I said, to stay motivated. And really, it's fun to actually make these short-term goals, because in a sense, especially if you're very competitive, you're kind of in a battle with yourself, and you use these short-term goals to help you stay with it, and to kind of feed that competitive juices that you actually have. So for example, so if you're trying to lose weight, you should break it down. Be realistic, obviously. It might take anywhere between 3 to 6 months for you to lose weight or to get to your goal. So in between that, from now until 3 months, break everything down. So weekly, you should have your short-term goals, like whether it be lose 1 pound, whether it be drop 1% body fat, whether it's just to feel good, feel better, whether it is to even just have like a specific time to wake up in the morning. There's so many different types of quantifiable measurements that you could form with these short-term goals. Like I said, have fun with it. All right, number 3 recommendation. So number 3 recommendation obviously is really optimization. It's actually action, taking massive action. It's one thing to, with number 1, first recommendation is to identify the problem. Number 2 really is to create a system to fix that problem. And number 3 is the consistency aspect, is to repeat really what 1 and 2 is, what recommendation 1 and 2 is. And I know this is kind of different, as far as, when it comes to losing weight. Like, I'm not giving you any, really specific fitness, exercise physiology type of um, type of recommendations. But to be honest, this is really the nuts and bolts to accomplishing any goal, whether it be fitness, whether it be relationship, whether it be academic, whatever the case may be. You know, and this is really another thing that, you know, Team Physio Fit's all about. It's mindset. You really have to have the right mindset to be able to get to any specific goal that you want to do, that you want to accomplish. And that's really what we want to stress. I know it sounds kind of simple, but really the beauty is in the simplicity. And that's what people, at the end of the day, you could learn all of these like technical, scientific, physiological terms. You know, you can understand the functioning that, you know, eating low carb diet or having a high fat diet, doing high intensity interval. You could know all that. But if you're not going to apply any of that knowledge, or you're not going to have the foundational keys of, you know, consistency, persistency, daily habits, you're not going anywhere. You know, you're going to stay where you're at. You're going to be in a standstill. So like these are these are so fundamental to anything in life, to accomplishing anything in life, and really, in a sense, just to be enlightened. All right, well, I'm over this bantering. I could go all day with this. Honestly, I truly believe in what I'm recommending. But yeah, if you have any questions, obviously, all my information will be down below. And yeah, you know what it is, guys. Mind Right Body Type, Team Physio Fit. We out. What's up, Steve Jobs? Holla back, boy.